Left behind in the rubble of the 2010 earthquake in Haiti are surviving victims whose wounds will never heal. Their community now stands as a grim reminder of the day they lost nearly everything: their homes, their jobs, their loved ones, and now, 3 years later, some of Haiti's youngest are adjusting to life without limbs. America Tonight's special correspondent Soledad O'Brien finds what works with young amputees who are slowly taking their next steps toward a new way of life.
At 7 years old, Moïse Metelus seems no different from other Haitian boys his age. He spends this summer afternoon in a fierce battle alongside his little brother. Moments later, our cameraman seems to capture his undivided attention. Moïse lives with his parents and brother in Silvio Cator, a poor suburb of Port-au-Prince. They lost everything when their house collapsed during the devastating earthquake in January of 2010. This is the life they've managed to rebuild in 3 years. Moïse's father works as a driver during the day. He teaches his boys religious songs and hopes Jesus will answer their prayers. But his mother, Weshleen, worries. This is why.
He was injured in the earthquake. What happened?
The foot was badly damaged. The house collapsed on him and his brother.
Moïse was still alive. The next day, they reached a hospital. One doctor said there was no need to amputate, but a second opinion from an American doctor delivered the terrible news.
The white American looked at it and said, "If we don't cut the foot off, the child will die." They cut his foot off on the 18th of January.
It must have been terrible to see your son lose his leg.
There are some words that need no translation.
It was horrible. I looked at him for a moment, just a moment. It was so painful. I didn't want the foot cut off.
She feared the physical pain her son was facing and the lifetime of hardship. In Haiti, when you're missing a limb, you're stigmatized, considered an outcast, called a kokobe, or cripple in Creole. Children can't go to school. Adults can't find a job.
How come when I walk around the streets, I don't see people on crutches? I don't see people who are missing a leg or an arm.
They prefer of hiding it.
Why?
But they feel that they are rejected from the society.
Ashamed.
By showing that.
Oreste Joseph is the education director at Healing Hands for Haiti, a nonprofit that offers prosthetic limbs to those who need them. They provided 1,200 prosthetics to amputees since the earthquake. Dr. Rudolph Lalane sits on the board.
There is also a cultural matter in Haiti because only the strong survive. If you have any kind of handicap, you are done. They could throw you away.
The earthquake destroyed Healing Hands facilities. That's when NGO Handicap International came in with a partnership that saved their program and created a successful model for how international aid can help Haitians solve a Haitian problem. Patrick Senia is the program's director.
Tout à fait. Quand nous sommes arrivés en Haïti,
when we arrived in Haiti after the earthquake, there were no professional rehabilitation services. So there was an urgent need to bring in specialists from overseas.
The partnership built this new center in Port-au-Prince, training local staff to replace the foreign specialists. Moïse has an appointment today to be fitted for a new prosthetic. Before the doctor comes in, the young boy sizes up what will become his new left foot.
Bonjour, bébé. We gave him the first prosthesis in 2010, and every day he grows.
Which is good, except your prosthetic is not growing.
Yeah, it's not growing. Every time we change, each 3 months or 6 months.
He needs a new prosthetic.
Yeah, he needs a new prosthetic because the stump is growing all the time. C'est sensible. C'est ça? C'est sensible.
Moïse is growing quickly. When they try the new prosthetic, it needs a few adjustments. It takes time. When they come back, a second test is a better fit. Moïse walks up and down as therapists check his balance. He seems to like what he sees. But for his mother, every visit here, every fitting, is another reminder that an already hard life in Haiti will be even harder for her son. Pascal Kojo oversees the prosthetic workshop. He's optimistic.
What is the prognosis? How will the little boy we saw today, how will his life be when he's 30 or 40 or 50?
He's not sick. He just miss a part of the leg. We replace that. He continue to evolve like a normal boy.
One big challenge facing host countries like Haiti is the eventual departure of the NGOs that support them. In this case, Handicap International has made sure Healing Hands for Haiti is self-run and self-sufficient, setting them up with funding for 5 years, mostly from the U.S. and Canada.
At the same time, we started a training program for the medium term to ensure that at some point there would be a transfer so that Haitians would be capable of providing the care themselves.
This is the workshop where the prosthetics are made, each one from scratch, beginning as a casting mold, then placed into this large oven before being polished off. Next door, technicians sew the Velcro straps that will hold the prosthetic to the patient. There are 10 technicians who'll make about 30 prosthetics every month. The facility also hosts a training center.
We learn until they pay, and after we have time to go to school and to learn more, just to work more.
So it's a good gig, it's a good job.
Yeah.
Few places in Port-au-Prince are accessible for the handicapped. Lead therapist Alice Baptiste Volel says the tragic earthquake could have a silver lining.
A lot of people at the beginning, before the earthquake, they used to reject people with handicap. And after the earthquake, I don't know why, it opened up their eyes and they're starting to see them in another way and to accept them.
This is Moise's new reality. Every few months, he'll travel to and from the city's downtown to get a new prosthetic leg. For him, it's like the answer to his prayers, the ones he sings about with his father. Especially in a place like Haiti, where the next steps are anything but certain.
What's been absolutely crucial and critical for success, if you ask the folks who work at the rehabilitation facility or the folks with the NGO, they would say what's been key is putting all the efforts into the hands of Haitians. They would say the experts are there to train the Haitians, that the Haitian students are there to learn to ultimately take over the facility. And in fact, everything is done with an eye to leaving it all in Haitian hands. And it's that part that's absolutely key to the success. Joey?
Soledad, it's so reassuring, though, to see some money making a difference there in Haiti. And, you know, we've watched your previous reports as well, and I have a friend, Jabril, who watches and comes to me and says, listen, how can we help? How can we help? What can people do best who want to contribute to Haiti now?
Well, that's kind of the $64,000 question, isn't it? First of all, I'd say there are more NGOs, non-governmental organizations in Haiti than in any other country in the world, right? So it's completely overrun with NGOs. At the same time, there's a lot that needs to be done in post-earthquake Haiti, and I would say that there are a number of NGOs that are doing pretty good work. The key thing is transparency. If someone wants to give money in any way, shape, or form, they really should first investigate whether or not that NGO is transparent about where exactly the money is going to. What we have seen the biggest challenges are when people are very cloudy, are not transparent about exactly how they're giving the money out, where it's ending up, how much money they're getting, and specifically what it's going to. So there are a couple of great NGOs. We showed you one there. World Vision is another. International Rescue Service is another. Committee is another as well. They're all quite good, and there are many more actually that are very good. But I would say if you're looking, make sure that you have information about transparency, where that money is going. That's key. If you're talking about governmental funds, and a lot of the pieces that we've done really focused on that element, you know, the key there is going to be land rights. That's been a big problem. It's very hard to solve the issue of the approximately 300,000 people who live in tent cities before you can figure out who actually owns the land in order to make some big decisions about how to move them. And again, even there's been some big problems with transparency. As you know, the piece we did involving USAID, really trying to track down that money was a real problem.
Is there any indication that USAID has become any more transparent?
I'd say no, no indication whatsoever. I think what's happened is the issue's been put on the back burner since the government shutdown has become kind of the front page news. There were members of Congress who were talking about doing an investigation, holding hearings, really trying to figure out where that money was going, exactly how much of it was getting into Haitian hands. A lot of that, of course, with the government shutdown taking all of the attention of Congress, that's now moved to the back burner.
Yeah, let's talk about going forward, though. You reported previously in your series about your meeting with Baby Doc Duvalier, certainly a legendary figure in the Haitian world. What happens now? I mean, if there is a trial for him, how does that help Haiti's future?
You know, I think there are many people who would say if in fact he is able to face trial, if they don't in fact say, well, there's a statute of limitations and in fact that time has run out and he can't face trial, it would be a very big symbolic victory because it would show a lot of people inside Haiti and outside Haiti that in fact there is an effective rule of law in that country. And there are obviously implications for that. Again, not just for the people who are Haitian and living in Haiti, but for investors, for people who are international funders. They want to see the rule of law, that in fact the country has a legal system that's effective and that's working. So I think it could be, I think a lot of people consider it an important and symbolic move if in fact he does face trial for human rights abuses.
So many people want to see Haiti move forward. Thank you so much. America Tonight's special correspondent Soledad O'Brien. And still ahead here tonight, preconditions for marriage, the new rules for tying the knot for multicultural soulmates in South Korea.